Bob, I already know you want for turning down, so I have to check. Ken Quinby, Quinby City Councilor for the last 8 years. What is that? Volume up? Talk louder? Okay. I've been on the Fairview City Council for 8 out of the last 10 years. I got appointed in June of 1998. I ran in the fall of 1998. The very first thing that I got hit with as a new councilor was, we're going out for a police levy. You have to go put lawn signs all over Fairview. So I dutifully ran all over town and posted all these signs, and I got behind that. And I really didn't know what was going on, but I learned real quick. I got elected to that position in the fall of '98. I served 4 years. The mayor decided he wanted to retire at that point, so I ran for mayor. I placed second out of 3 candidates by 44 votes out of almost 1,700. My first opportunity to get back on council was 2 years later. So I ran again. The person that placed third in the mayoral race had gotten appointed to resignation in the meantime, or death, I guess it was. And I ran against him and beat him again, so I got back on council. Almost, well, this is my 4th year of the second 4-year term. What I learned real quick was that obviously public safety was extremely important. I saw that every study that was ever done polls of the people, what the priorities are of any government services. It's always public safety is #1. When I went to the very first candidate forum in this race, held by the Gresham Chamber of Commerce at Heidi's, my 2 opponents, Carla and Diane, both got up before me and answered that question, and neither one of them said anything about public safety. I was shocked, especially from Carla. So when I got up there, I said public safety is always #1. Everybody knows that. So I thought. Now I'm being copied. My opponent's website has public safety #1. My opponent has gone out and bought an ad that says public safety is #1, and apparently they're just copying me. I don't know if they really believe that, but I always have. In 2000, we had an opportunity to add another police officer in Fairview. We discussed it during budget committee meetings. Not only did I speak in favor of it, but I said, let's do it 6 months earlier. We were told it was going to take 6 months to get somebody through the academy, get them up to speed. So I said, let's do it now, so that when the new year starts, they're up to speed, ready to go. So I was able to influence the entire budget committee, and so that's what we did. Every opportunity since then, I've still done the same thing. Public safety is #1. It always has been, it always will be. You can't get much else done in society if everybody's running in fear from criminals. From a personal level, I have a son who is a Tiger Reserve officer, and he also owns Riverdale Dunthorpe Patrol, which is a high-end clientele private security company in the Southwest region. My interests aren't just safety, although I do believe that's the #1 issue. And of course, economic development, bringing taxes in, how do you pay for all the services like police services? It always takes money. That's always the bottom line. I have championed those 2 things more than anything else in my 8 years on City Council in Fairview. I am a member of the East Multnomah Economic Alliance Board of Directors. I've been going to all their meetings since the inception of that group, long before I was ever put on the board. So those are my 2 highest priorities. We have to have funding, and the most important thing to do with that funding is to provide safety. Obviously, regional transportation is huge. We can't have economic development without proper transportation of all the various traffic and merchandise that needs to go to where it needs to go. I was just reading a new website from one of my opponents, and they talked about being a high energy person. And I don't know whether that was to counter things that I've said in the past or not, but seems like I'm being copied a lot, but as far as energy, I've always been a multitasker. I'm very restless, very bored if I'm not doing multiple things all the time. I'm not sure what I should do or say to you guys to fill out the rest of the time. I don't want to stand up here and rattle off on things that you're not interested in. I can just tell you that I went through the 2006 Wood Village Citizens Police Academy with James Erickson. It was an awesome opportunity. I'm glad I did it. I'd love to do it again. Got to go out to Wapato. I don't remember if it was a range 2,000, 3,000, or 5,000, whatever it is out there, the shooting scenarios, and I enjoyed that a lot. I've been a member of Community Emergency Response Team for quite a few years. I'm a member of the Regional Emergency Management Policy Board, and during the time that Multnomah County had a Emergency Management Policy Board, I was a member of that. A million things I could say to you. I could spend hours up here running down a lot of different rabbit trails I'm not sure you'd be interested in at all. Basically, I'll just say that I'm a type of person who seeks information from everybody. I want to learn about what's going on. I've always had the heart of a servant, and I've always had a desire to fix things that are broken. Those are two very important characteristics, I think, that anybody in this office needs. You need to listen to people, find out what's broken, and see what you can do about it, get it fixed. And with that, I guess I'll open it to questions.